We went on our very first Disney cruise in October 2021. We hopped on a Disney Wonder for a 3-night cruise to Ensenada, Mexico, and spoiler alert, it will not be our last Disney cruise. My name is Sarah, and before marrying Ricky, my husband, I told him that I wanted to travel the world and asked him if he wanted to do the same. He said yes, so here we are. In today's video, I want to share with you all about our first Disney cruise experience. It's not going to be a full review of the Disney Wonder cruise, that is actually coming very soon, hopefully next week. But I'm going to sort of compare our Disney cruise experience with our Royal Caribbean cruise experience. So if you somehow stumble upon this video and upon my channel, make sure to subscribe before you leave. The first major difference between our Disney cruise and our Royal cruise was that Disney actually offered testing at the port. For our September Royal Caribbean cruise, we had to get tested 3 days prior to boarding. It was a little stressful because we had to make sure that we got the test results in time. And for our October Disney cruise, because we're both fully vaccinated, we can actually get tested at the port and Disney actually covered the cost. It might be stress-inducing at the port to wait for your result, but we actually bought a few of the at-home test kits and we tested ourselves before we left for the cruise, just to be sure that we are going to test negative at the port. And also we were seeing 2 of our friends, so we wanted to make sure that we're traveling safely. The second major difference was the characters. Obviously, Disney had the princesses as well as Mickey and friends around the ship. You even get welcomed on board by Captain Mickey and Captain Minnie. On our Royal cruise in September, we didn't see any character on board, but I want to say that Royal Caribbean had a parade with characters pre-pandemic. I feel like I've seen it somewhere on YouTube, but we actually never experienced it with our Royal cruise at all, maybe for future cruises. So if you have seen any characters at Royal Caribbean cruises, let me know in the comments if that is true. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is the show. On our Royal Caribbean cruise, there's always a different show every single night. There were musical performances, jugglers, comedy, and even a tribute show. However, with Disney, or at least on the Disney Wonder, they had frozen the musical for all 3 nights. They do have other things you can enjoy every night. For example, you can actually go inside a movie theater on board and watch some Disney, Marvel, or Pixar movies, but I thought the nightly shows would have more variety. Let me know in the comments if you've been on a longer Disney cruise and if the shows are different every night. I'm super curious about it. I feel like interactive dinner was one of the things that Disney Cruise is known for. Every single night, there's always something that happens during dinner. If you miss our Disney Wonder videos, I will link the playlist in the description box so you know what is happening every single night during dinner. But let me just kind of summarize it here. On the first night, the dining staff was doing a little parade around the dining hall. There were awesome musicians playing jazz throughout dinner. On the second night, Mickey and friends showed up out of nowhere during dinner, and they were just greeting everyone around the dining hall. They also did a little bit of a musical number, but imagine the surprise on all of our faces. On the last night, our dining hall turned colorful. It was a sketch black and white theme restaurant, and we can see the progress of that sketch become animated throughout dinner. And at the end of dinner, everything kind of came to life. It was super cool. If you've been on a Disney Wonder, which one is your favorite interactive dinner experience? Mine would be the Animator's Palette, which is on the last night. I just love everything about it. One of the other major differences between Royal Caribbean and Disney Cruise Line is the theme dining on Disney. Royal only has one main dining room, but their food is amazing and I would say classic. However, Disney main dining rooms are on another level. I'm not sure if the themes are the same all across the Disney ships, but when we were on the Disney Wonder, there were 3 dining halls. You actually get to rotate between all the dining halls, which is again something so different than Royal. On the first night, we dined at Tiana's place. I just really love the concept. Their idea, I'm sure, was to bring the movie into life and they don't skimp on the details. Tiana was obviously there hosting dinner, and she was also introducing the band. And toward the back of the dining hall, there is this brick wall with framed pictures all over the wall. There were pictures of Tiana, her family, and even a newspaper cutout of her restaurant opening announcement. I just really love every detail that they put on designing this place, and like I said before, it was just bringing the movie to life. On the second night, we dined at Triton's. It's a dining hall that is inspired by The Little Mermaid. They had lots of blue going around the restaurant, kind of like you were eating under the sea. They also had this big mosaic wall of The Little Mermaid toward the back of the hall. In my opinion, the food was great, but I think the theme and the design could be much better, especially if you kind of compare them between Tiana's Place and the last one, which was Animator's Palette. But overall, I can't complain. It was a Disney cruise. It was amazing. And then on the last night, we dined at Animator's Palette, and oh my gosh, this was my favorite theme. When you walked in, everything was in black and white, like when you're starting a sketch. I just love the details on our table. I love the bread knife that's shaped like a paintbrush, and I also love our table number. It's a giant bucket with giant paintbrushes on top of a film reel. And at the end of dinner, you actually get to watch all of the sketches around the room became live. There's probably a ton more differences between Disney Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean cruises, but I thought I would just pick only my top 5 to share with you in today's video. If you have been on a Disney cruise before, let me know what are the 1 or maybe 2 things that you love that you can only experience on a Disney cruise. I've mentioned in the beginning that this will not be our last Disney cruise. We actually have, I think, until fall of 2023 to cruise on another Disney cruise. So if you're an avid Disney cruiser, let me know which ship or which itinerary we need to go on next. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching and hanging out with me. Make sure to subscribe before you leave and like this video if you enjoy it, and I will see you on my next one. Bye bye!